Oh yeah, Michelle Alanimala. Ole, Pauline, Badu.
You know be me, we do nothing.
You know be me.
I just have a good father. He
Charlie,
knows everything I need.
I
He
need.
won't hold it back from me. He said, make you no worry.
I did
Is there
see
anything too
hard
hard
for
for me?
me.
For as
Hello
long
and
as you
welcome
seek
to the
me
Science
first,
Digest Show.
every other
The
thing
Science
shall
Digest Show
follow.
where
Michelle
young people grow. The Science
Alala.
Digest Show is brought to you by SMC Consult, so much for Christ. SMC Consult, to the ends of the world. SMC Consult, so much more. You can reach SMC Consult on 054 859 3815. That is 054 859 3815. We are also assisted and supported by Brainwork Online Educational Consult. Brainwork Online Educational Consult can be reached on the number 0554 597625. That is 0554 597625. What are you aspiring to do in life? You got to drink aspired mineral water or aspired drinking water. Aspired drinking water is at Adenta, and you can locate them on the number 020 556 4432. That is 020 556 4432. We are clothed by Fair Clothing, and also we are proudly supported mainly by EPP Book Services. EPP Book Services can be reached on the number 054 That is 054 Also, they have an online store known as the Kasua.store. Kasua is spelled KASUWAH.store. You can reach them for all your books. They have an eatery where you can play and eat, and then also place a playground where kids can play. The playground is known as New Zealand and is on the same floor, on the second floor actually, of the Legon City Mall, opposite the Legon main entrance or University of Ghana main entrance, just behind the Ghana Commercial Bank. We are also assisted by Advocate Healthcare. Advocate Healthcare can be reached on the number 027 282 4560, 027 282 4560. And we are also assisted by Meditouch Physiotherapy located in Tema, Community 11, opposite the Tema Women's Hospital in the same complex building with the Tema Area Church of Pentecost head office. Meditouch Physiotherapy can be reached on the number 054 264 8527. That's 054 264 8527 or 020 349 9330. That is 020 349 9330. Also, you can reach PBM Bread for all your bread needs, for your breakfast, for your meetings, for your brunch. Reach PBM Bread, that's Professional Bread Makers, on the number 024 158 7582. That is 024 158 7582. We are also assisted and powered by Pandit Photography and Therapics. You can reach them on these two numbers 054 0554 048075. That is 0554 048075. And Therapics on the number 054 218 4119. That is 054 218 4119. Thank you for having us on the show, and then stick around. Today we have an interesting guest all the way from the United States, a Ghanaian, of course, projecting Africa to the world. She's in the person of Love Xornam Tagbor, and she's going to tell us more about herself. We're going to have a nice time with her. We're going to learn about educational exchange that she's engaging over there at a master's level. Welcome to the show, Love.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
So who is Love Tagbor? Tagbor, yeah.
Easy going.
Okay.
I am a curious person
Okay.
and I love everything.
Okay.
That's what I'll say. Yeah.
Interesting. So, are you the firstborn, lastborn? Tell us about family.
I'm actually the second born.
Okay.
My eldest brother is in the army. He's stationed in Germany. And then I
Interesting.
have my younger brother and then two other younger sisters in
Interesting.
school, of course.
Wow. So, where did you have your primary education, second cycle?
I went to it's kind of okay. So I went to St. James in Lashibi.
Okay.
I went to Bethel in Lashibi.
Okay.
I went to Solidarity International School in
Wow.
Ashaibu. and I went on to Avery Girls.
It was so handy.
Nyamene Hene.
Wow, that's our
And
girls' school.
and then I started, I think, a semester in I think by then it was IPS, but I think now it's UPS.
Yeah, now
And
UPSC.
then yeah, and then I left and I went to Legon for one semester, and then I left and then I came here.
So your whole life you've been changing schools.
Yes.
That's the summary. Right from primary. You
Yeah,
changed school like 4 times in primary.
true.
Wow. Doesn't
Yeah.
that put stress on you? How do you cope with that? Or you are
No,
easily adaptable?
because my parents, they try to make sure that we are getting the right education at the right level.
Okay.
So, and sometimes it was largely due to um, moving to a different geographical location.
Okay.
Yeah, like yeah. So moving from Teshin to Lashibi kind of changed stuff, and then growing up, we just needed to move forward, and then yeah, that's it.
Interesting. Wow. So in secondary school, what course did you read?
Uh, Arts.
Read arts. Interesting.
Yeah,
And then at the tertiary level for
I
undergrad.
think in IPS I was doing marketing.
Okay.
And then when I went to Legon, I was doing psychology.
Interesting.
When I came here, I went back to general studies, and then I read health science, and
Okay.
then now I'm reading health administration with a minor in public education.
Wow.
So public
So,
health.
so that's is it public health or public education or is similar?
So it's health administration, but I have like a specialization, which is like public health.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So it's more like two embedded in one.
Wow, that's a nice one there to have. Tell us more about it. How is it like?
So the health administration really focuses on managing the healthcare facility, whatever, whether hospital, clinic, ER, anything like that. And the population health kind of focuses on the individual translating into the general population. Because if you're making one person healthy, the individual people you're making healthy as a community, when they come together, they make the general population. So making one person healthy means you're trying to target the whole population.
Okay,
Yeah. So
that's a
it's like
nice one.
I'm putting the two together. Yeah.
Wow. So, what is the change you see in the education system you're experiencing now and the one you experienced in your beloved Ghana?
I love Ghana. Anyway. Well, for me, I would say our education is a bit stagnant. Like I said before, it's not really interesting. You don't really have the feel of it. You read it though, but you really don't have that feel. You can't practice. It's like it's more of a theory instead of practical. So I'm hoping, I'm praying that someday the health minister and then the education minister will actually come together and develop something that will be that will balance out the inequalities, because we haven't so many graduate into the health field, but they really do not know what they are going to the health field to do. They really, I feel like they are not really endowed, or they've not been well groomed to go into the health field. Meanwhile, the health field also needs specialized people, needs people to actually come in to help. But because of this imbalances, it's like it's we are not going nowhere. So hopefully the two come together and work something out.
So, in summary, are you trying to tell us there's a relationship between education and health?
Yes,
Could you let us in on
every
that?
every strong nation, the backbone of every strong nation is to have a healthy people and a knowledgeable people. You cannot rule a nation when your people are sick or your people do not have knowledge in anything. That's how a nation is built, having healthy people working. So yes, there's a strong uh, relationship between health and education.
Okay, so we've got healthy people working, but what's the link with education?
If
Like,
you do
what's the
not,
link
if
of health into education? Mhm.
so, if everybody can actually help one another. Back home, I would say some of us, we are not nurses, but we've been nursing the sick for a very long time. We don't have the degree. We don't have the credibility, but then we go ahead to do it. But then times have changed, things have changed. Now you really have to have something that shows that yes, you are capable of doing this or you are capable of doing that. And that's where the education comes in to refresh our memory
Okay,
because things are not the way they used to seem anymore.
okay.
So you have to be told, like you have to learning if there are other procedures that we can do to sustain a life of someone, something like CPR. How many people in Ghana know how to perform CPR? But that should be a basic requirement. Like I feel like every college in Ghana should have at least half of 8 people being able to perform CPR.
And that's true. I'm even pursuing my research into that. I'm trying to do a research proposal into CPLB,
Yeah,
basic
it
life
should be
support. Yeah,
true. It should be something that has to be put in the educational system somewhere in there.
yeah.
So that even if in every class we have just 10 people certified to give CPR in cases of emergency. Trust me, all the accidents on the road, some people are not dead on spot. But then because we've not been educated on what to do to give emergency treatment, we watch people die. But if we are able to do the basic stuff, taking off a shirt, loosening the belt, massaging, trying to see if the eyes are dilated or stuff, or even reading pulse on patient by the roadside, I think it will go a long way to save people. But I guess someone has to put it in there. So that's
Yeah.
education.
So you and I will start something, don't you think so?
You know, in Ghana, I used to talk to my dad about this. And one time I was talking about the CPR thing, and he told me that it's not always those at the top that will give you the problem. It's those at the bottom who are taking stuff from those at the top would be the ones to give you the problem. So even though you want to make a change, you want to enact a change, you want to make an impact, sometimes you never live to actually realize your dream because the very people that you're trying to help at the baseline will be the very ones to kick you.
Mm,
And I thought it was profound,
yeah, it
trying
is.
to help someone and then the person hurts you in return. It was kind of conflicting to me. But yeah, if we get all the support and we get all the ammunitions and apparatus, I think we should be able to do something.
Yeah. Apparently, for now, we've left everything to the hands of the ambulance services and then St. Joseph's or St. John's ambulance services and all that. They can't do all the work. The population outnumbers them. And I think we all have to come together, educate people on such basic life support schemes and
So
methods. And
like CPR to me is vital. Like I feel
it's
like
really
it's
vital.
significant.
Yeah, very,
It's,
very.
it, yeah, it's just like we are equipping ourselves with at least a little bit of life-saving mechanism.
Exactly.
Life-saving, so that if you're walking by the road, someone gets into an accident, at least you know that you can do something.
Something.
Trying to help is the thing. We are not magicians. We are not God. Even doctors are not God. And
Exactly.
yeah, but then the mere fact of trying to help says everything about the person. But if we are not equipped enough to know what to do, we can't do nothing. We are powerless.
Hmm. Wow. So, what do you call this? The major lapse you found in our health sector, or there's more that you'd like to hit on?
I think negligence is the number one thing. Negligence, I don't know where to even begin. From personal experiences, well, there's nothing you can do about it.
Really?
But yeah, but then I feel like if people come together, if everyone is complaining, see, but my thing is, if the whole health system is reshuffled, if the whole health system is reconstructed, I feel like all these menial issues will be solved.
Yeah.
So from the root, if something is done from the bottom, it's like a tree. If the root is firm and the stem is able to hold, the branches will be able to stand and bear good fruit. But if the root is not, trust me, the stem is not gonna hold the branches.
Oh.
And I
Mm.
believe no fruit would be. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's negligence. So many people are dying in the hands of care. I, for one, I say care professionals are the best. Like sometimes they put their own license on the line
Right.
to help others. And some people are ungrateful, but then care professionals not look at that. They just still go forward for it. But then at the end of the day, we still have to say it hurts when someone kills by accident, kills a family member. I don't know how you're gonna take it, but I will be
Hmm.
devastated.
Mhm.
So even though I'm applauding them for their good work, it still hurts. And I feel
Yeah.
like something should be done about it. Someone should be held responsible.
Possible. Yeah.
I don't know. Back home, I don't think say we are really held accountable for most of the stuff that we do. So because of that, people do stuff and go scot free. But then if we are being held responsible for our responsibilities,
Really.
I'm pretty sure we'll account for better results. So that's it. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. Any more that you would like to hit aside negligence? Anything that is of disparity between Ghana and let's say US in terms of healthcare system?
I wouldn't want to say much about it. It's sometimes when you're on the inside, things really are not the way the outside people see it. I'll not say this is a perfect
Okay.
healthcare
Okay.
system,
Okay.
and
I think
definitely
COVID has exposed you guys.
Ghana is also not perfect. Like I don't think there's any perfect
Hmm.
healthcare system anywhere because what you might define as quality is
Hmm.
not what I would define as
Kind of
quality.
quality. Yeah.
What you think is best customer service, someone might think it's just the needful, it's normal. So you really cannot quantify or qualify quality.
Interesting.
It, yeah, it's just personal. It's a care professional would define it different. A patient would define it different, and a family member will also define it different. So you can't really. I'm not gonna compare because since the economy is different, if we were all at the same exchange rate, I'll be
Mm-hmm.
able to
Mm-hmm.
give a
Mm-hmm.
vivid description.
Okay. All right. That's a nice one there. Wow. So, in the summary, you're saying that quality and of healthcare is like opinions of noses, right? Like they're different. So
Yes,
depends on how
but
I perceive
but
it.
at the end of the day, quality care revolves around the patient. Like the
Exactly.
patient should always be the center
Center.
of
Okay.
the care of plan, whatever it is.
Okay.
It's always about the patient. For instance, if a patient says, okay, they want to be assisted in death, as a care professional, you can do it or you cannot do it based on your belief. But if that is what the patient wants, and I know ethically you be conflicted. Because why should I help someone to die? But here is the case, the person is going through pain and they've
Okay.
been suffering, and they have a chronic illness, and there's no way they will survive that thing, and they want to have the chance to give themselves like a peaceful death. Are you gonna say no because you think you're killing someone? But then if you do, it means you're not giving the person the quality of care they
Yeah.
need. So if they were rating you, they will say you didn't do a good job. But to you, you think it's quality of care because you didn't kill them. You see what I'm trying to
Yeah, I
say?
get you. I get you
Yes.
very well.
So yeah, this it's a bigger issue at hand.
Yeah, very big. So that means it always should be about patient centeredness, right?
Sure.
Yeah, that's a nice one there. Okay, so let's look at your master's program. What are the nitty gritties of that program? Let's say somebody wants to do some. What are the course content? What are the requirements? Stuff like that.
Uh I think for masters you can actually enroll with whatever degree you have, provided you have a good GPA. I think you should be able to enroll in it. It entails a lot, especially with the papers and stuff. And I'm not always smart on answering questions, but I try as much as possible. And I think it should all be what you want to do. The requirement should be what you want to do at the long run. When you look at your future career goal and you feel it falls in line, yeah, you should go for it,
Yeah. So
because it kind of equips you on how to manage a care facility, like a hospital.
okay,
And then with a specialization, it's like you're picking out the individual, making them healthy in a good environment.
environment. Okay.
Sure. So yeah,
Wow.
it's a good program.
Interesting. So how did COVID hit you? How did you take COVID and
Oh
how
my
are things?
God. Oh my God, don't get me started.
We already started.
it, it, it was one of a kind. It was a one of it was one of a kind. The fact that resources, people were willing to work, but the resources were just not enough. And we had to improvise, which was a beautiful thing. But it's still, it hit really hard. And I feel in America, whatever you say, someone is going to get hurt. Even if you're saying the right thing, someone is going to get hurt. So stay indoors, protect yourself. We still have people saying the
Okay.
body. And if we are fighting something, but we are not together, I'm not sure that we're going to go anywhere. But then we are trying and saving lives, helping to save lives, making quick judgments. And yeah, but now I think the situation is a little bit like, uh, 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 how should I put it? Under control. It's a little bit under control. Now we know the symptoms. We know what to do, like first aid, what kind of signs you should look out for, and what you should do to protect yourself, because it all boils down to your immune system. Whatever works for you might not work for me, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try whatever works for other people. So it's just to boost the immune system and make sure that you're protecting yourself.
So
Yeah, just make sure you're
interesting.
protecting yourself. It's yeah, just make sure you're protecting yourself.
Uh, Unfortunately, we lost a lot of people globally and would like to use this opportunity to say a big condolences and sympathy to families, to loved ones, to institutions, to healthcare centers and hospitals that have lost gallant health professionals and resource persons in diverse areas of life. Yeah. Um. So, what are your hobbies?
My favorite part. So I love daydreaming. I
Okay.
get to be I get to be whatever I want to be in my dream. I love singing.
You
I
sing for
love
us.
writing. I love writing songs,
Okay.
but most of all, I love watching different culture movies, like cultural movies. I just it's just beautiful when you watch a movie and they kind of have like some similarities with their culture. I think it's
Okay.
just beautiful how they present themselves. It's just intriguing that you get to see things that you've seen before. You're like, oh, so they do this, they do that. Oh, this is how they act. I think it's really beautiful. So I just, especially Asian movies, I
Okay,
watch
interesting.
some of
You
that.
love it.
So, yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
that's interesting. You don't like Korean?
I love Korean movies.
Okay, but I
That's
prefer Asian
one.
more.
What?
But I prefer Asian more.
Oh yeah, Asian, like just any genre. Like in,
Mm.
I like Thai. I like Indian, but I love everything. I love Chinese.
Mm.
Oh yeah, they have great
You
historical
speak
movies.
you speak the language? Can you speak a bit?
Oh, just a little bit like Shishanya, Wahani. Like I love you, thank you, and then in Korean like Pegupa or Komasimeda, the just the small
Small
ones.
small ones.
Yes.
Kamsahamnida. Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you do as the honor of singing right now?
Um,
One of your favorites? Maybe your one of the songs you've written, or any song that you think is favorite for the moment.
really? Oh, you being real?
Yeah,
For
for
real?
real, for real.
Um, I don't wait. What song do you want me to sing?
I just said any song on your heart, any song that maybe you wrote yourself, or any song that you really like one of your favorites.
Oh, I, I love this Christmas song. Um, I've forgotten the song. I'm just gonna go with You are the love of my life. You are all that you bring to me. And you mean more than this word to me. I wouldn't trade you for silver or gold. I wouldn't trade you for riches untold. You are, you were my everything.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
nice one there.
Thank
That's
you.
one.
Thank
Do you
you.
sing at church?
Yes.
Okay, what part do you sing?
I sing anything.
Anything, including bass,
Yeah.
baritone.
Yes. When it calls for it, yes.
Do you love a cappella?
Yes.
Wow,
But I
maybe
never get anyone to do it. Sometimes I
I'm
do it.
available when you come around. We'll do a
Are you?
cappella.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I feel like I haven't really tapped into what I'm capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes life is too short to
Yeah.
give too much to. Sometimes I'm just relaxed, but then, yeah, yeah, I like it. We should hang out and do something.
Sure, sure, sure,
Yeah,
sure, sure,
we should.
sure. So, what educational reform do you think Ghana needs, generally, and then maybe scientifically?
So, with the educational reform, from my perspective, I learned some stuff in school that were quote unquote nonsense. They were not really needed. They they were really not needed. But if they could shape us a little bit more into taking control over our future and our career, not necessarily coming out to look for a job, but then working for ourselves. But that will also go with having ready capital, which most of us in our 20s, we don't have. But then if the government is willing to put something on the side and just help other people while transforming the educational system, people will come up with really great ideas. And I'm pretty sure people have really great ideas,
Oh
but they
yeah,
just don't have enough money
that's
to
true.
realize that dream. So if the educational system truly will be reformed as to equipping us to take control over our career, then the government should also provide us with capital
Capital.
so that when we have that big idea, we'll be able to bring it to fruition. Because if we have the idea and we don't have the backbone, we're not gonna go
Mm-hmm.
anywhere anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. But some will argue to say the youthful population of Ghana is enormous. So how will the government be able to feed every mouth with capital?
It's not everybody who is a straight A student. It's not everyone who will be an engineer. It's not everyone who's going to be a doctor. We should look at what the economy needs. If the economy needs IT personnel, push money in there, promote it, put it out there. Let's sign a contract, let's sign a deal, develop this app, develop electronical health system for the hospitals in Ghana so that every hospital will be able to work hand in hand so that when you go to one hospital, they really wouldn't have to let you scribe, like write everything on paper. We can just call wherever hospital you've visited the other time and they will just transfer your stuff in there. Like, let's have a central government that regulates all these health issues, like something in the center. Like, I don't know how to put it,
Like
but
an
I feel like
integrated system.
the center that is holding us is not really strong. But then if we can put something to interconnect ourselves, all the healthcare system, it will come together as a big umbrella, like one big umbrella. So yes, if IT is needed, they should give IT some front, put them out there, give them the money they need. If you need to groom them, groom them. If you need to bring them here, education, anything, just make sure you're putting the money in there and you're grooming them for the use of Ghana, because at the end of the day, it's our motherland.
Mm, well said. So if I got you right, you're talking about an integrated system that puts everything together as one.
You know the thing, yes,
Wow. Wow.
yes.
That's a
It makes
nice
it
one.
easy. I think that makes it easy
Mm-hmm.
to implement rules and
That's
have
true.
people actually follow the rules,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll be able to monitor
Mm-hmm.
and reprimand whoever goes against it.
Against it, yeah.
So yes, integrated system is, yes, we really need it.
Interesting. That's a nice one there. Wow. So, this is the Science Digest show, proudly brought to you by SMC Consult. So much for Christ. SMC Consult to the ends of the world. You can reach us on the number 054-859-3815. Perhaps you're a startup, perhaps you're a scientific guy or a woman who is into science and wants to promote science. This is the right show for you. Catch us live on YouTube at Science Digest Show. Yeah, yeah, Science Digest Show is a show for science, is a show for the transmutation of things in Ghana to make science better and simple for everybody to understand. We have our guest here, Xornam, Tagbor Love. And then she has been digesting things for us today in terms of the health sector, in terms of integration of our systems, in terms of education and stuff like that. And she sang for us a beautiful piece, The Love of Our Life. I think everything about her is about love, though she's in the top of melanin. Why the melanin top? Is it just a design?
Oh, I love love.
Okay.
I I just love anything like me and everyone like me. Just the thought of blackness melanin. It just
Mm,
it gives me this kind of power, glory. I'm just I'm in awe of it. Like it amazes me. Sometimes I'm mesmerized when I see people. Like
okay.
black is beautiful.
Black is beautiful. Wow.
Yeah.
Tell us about your days in Every Girls. The high
Oh,
moments, the low moments, the memories you have, the
oh,
letters you wrote, and all that.
oh, I, I'm a cool person. Those times I really didn't know how to manage my anger. So, like, I really stepped on the toes of people, even though they stepped on my toes first. But in retaliation, I
You
did
went
more
further.
than I expect. And I know, yeah, but oh no, I think it was a good experience over there. Made friends, and I'm pretty sure some of the friends I will keep them forever and ever. I've come along with most of my friends, and that was really a nice and beautiful gateway into the real world. Well, that's
Interesting.
me.
So, what was your high
It's
moment?
my hot moment. I remember one time I was on probation, and you know, back then, that was when we were falling in love fresh. So sometimes not Jimmy and better. And then we take things for granted. And then we just, so I think I was going through heartbroken moments or something like that. So I didn't really study, and I failed a couple of my papers and I had to resit. And I
Hmm,
knew I was, I'm not smart, but I knew
you
these
were
are
good.
nothing.
Hmm.
Yeah, I took it and I wasn't really perturbed because my dad would not kill me. My dad would just change my school, even though he would be disappointed, but my dad is really understanding. But yeah, I took the exams again and with some of my friends who failed, and it was, I think those were some of my high moments, me moving forward and saw some people left behind. I wasn't really
Wow.
worried when people left, went ahead of me. It wasn't really a bother. But then when I had my close friend that we took the same exams and she still failed, it kind of hit me really hard that in life people will go ahead of you, but you also go ahead of some people. And whatever the case, some people will be behind you no matter what. Yeah,
That's
I
a
think
deep one there.
it really hit me.
Hmm,
Mhm.
sorry about that.
Oh, this, yeah.
Wow. So, would you consider that your very low moment in second cycle?
I think it was one of my lowest moments. And the other ones, I wouldn't go into details because
Okay.
it was more of personal and
Oh,
it was
okay.
more of first time trying stuff and it didn't go the way I thought it should. But then I really haven't had really bad, I don't think ill of people and I'm always optimistic. So things don't really get me that bad. But when they do, I'm on the verge of depression. But then
Wow.
they let me. Yeah.
I know you love social sciences. I know you love social stuff. What social topic would you like to talk about?
I am not sure. Give me something let's talk about.
I should give you something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's take maybe entrepreneurship, and then yeah, I think so, that will be fine.
Well, when it comes to entrepreneurship, like back home, I say back home because I really identify like more back home, like
In
because
Ghana.
I grew up, yeah. So currently, entrepreneurship, people have ideas. People really, people really have ideas, and sometimes I single-handedly help some people out. But I think we are suffering. We need more support. There should be a system where someone who has a great idea should be given some form of money to establish themselves. people have really good ideas. The other time I was talking to a friend of mine about crowdfunding,
Huh?
like
Tell us more about that.
our own peers funding for ourselves. I, for one, I have ideas, but I will not. It's not something that I want to do. I don't like putting myself out there to begin with, but I will be your number one fan, especially whatever you want to do. If it falls in line with my mission, my vision, and my core values, I'm in for you. I'll give you anything and all the support that you need, but I will not put myself out there, no matter what. So we have really good people with good ideas, but the money, and it's not every time that I can help someone. Even if I want to help, sometimes I have to help me too. And it's kind of sad when you see someone trying to do something better for themselves, but they cannot do because the system isn't designed to give them enough capital to start whatever they want to do. And then the friends, on the other hand, are not willing to come together and contribute because they feel they'll not get their monies back or they'll be cheated. And so entrepreneurship, we have, I have a few people making it,
Okay.
and
Interesting.
it's just nice. It's just nice. Fifi Yaboa, I think he's into toothpick,
Okay.
various flavors of toothpick, and I think it's a wonderful, wonderful idea. What a wonderful business to go into. We all have to start somewhere. So yes, but it all boils down to the money. If you don't have the money, you can't go nowhere.
Okay, so we've started somewhere with Science Digest and SMC Consult. I hope that falls in line with your dreams, and so you sponsor us. Just to put you on the spot.
This is where you have to make sure that I'm on I'm on top of my game.
Sure,
That
sure.
the money is coming in. That way, I'll be able
Good
to
to also give
also
something.
support other people. Yes.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a nice one. So, apart from money, is there any challenge that entrepreneurs face that you know or you like to share apart from money?
Uh, putting trust. I think trust. Putting trust in people. You know, you go into partnership with people, and you're thinking to make this work, they have to think like I am thinking, or they have to do stuff like I am doing. But then it gets to sorry that that me for interview work if you I'm thinking that not everyone would think like you're thinking. For some people, as soon as the business starts booming, they have this kind of attitude. So you should always make sure that you're in partnership with someone you can trust 100%. Because the same friends that will build you, they'll be able to break you. And sometimes the partners that you go into business with will either be your up going or your downfall.
Hmm,
Yeah,
that's
so
deep. Wow. Any other
trust.
any other more? So we have
And I
capital
think
trust.
targeted audience too plays a role.
Okay.
The target, so this is where science comes in. You have to make sure your data is accurate that okay, this population or this group of people need this or need that before you actually invest into it. If your audience are not really getting or the message you're trying to put across, you put your stuff out there, you put your product out there, you go into partnership with people. But then if it's not reaching the right people, you're not gonna make profit, you're not gonna make any interest, you're not gonna get the right people to purchase whatever product or idea you're putting out there.
Putting out there. Wow.
Yes.
So you need a targeted audience.
Yes. And you have
Wow.
to make sure that yes, these are the people that you're looking at. Yeah.
That's a nice one there. Is everybody qualified to be an entrepreneur?
I can't say for everyone. I think everybody can be, but not everybody is qualified.
Okay.
It comes with attitude, it's character, tolerance. patience. Some people invest and they want to reap like the interest right away. But some investment takes years to grow for you to get whatever. But not everyone has that waiting spirit, that patience to actually sit quietly and watch the money grow or watch their investment branch out. Not everybody can do it. People like that, it's really hard. It will be hard to even get them to start it.
Hmm.
Yes.
Wow. So, are entrepreneurs born or they are made?
Nature or nurture? Uh, a mix of both. You can have a really good an entrepreneur in a really bad environment and they'll be corrupted. You can have someone who was not born with the trait or the qualities in a good environment and they'll be groomed. So it always boils down to mixture. It can be either one or the other. You can't
Interesting.
really pinpoint and say because you were born with it. People have talent, but they do not have the time and the resource to grow whatever talent they have.
Right.
And people do not have talent, but they work day and night to make sure that what they want to do works.
Okay.
So, yes, it doesn't really matter if it's the environment or the trade. If you want to do it, just go for it. That's it.
You heard it right from Love 2020. Says if you want to do it, just go for it. Just do it,
Yeah,
right?
just
Just
do
get
it.
started.
Just get started.
Wow.
Get started.
Wow. I want you to give some shout outs to some people.
Okay. Shout out to Dorothy Tichiobwa. Everything.
Oh, Dorothy.
Oh, you know her?
Yeah, my Sunday school mate.
Oh, yes. Everything frozen. She got you. Whatever you
Okay.
need, she got you. And my personal friend, Ayeli, she is into minimalist, like more of if you're having a wedding but you don't have enough money, she tries as much as possible to work within your budget.
Oh, okay.
She does everything possible to work within your budget. And my best friend, Colin Sosei Champong, and for his support and understanding. And to my family, friends back home, and to you.
To me, that's a
Yeah.
nice one.
Hmm.
Wow. So, what will be your concluding words or your favorite quote? You can end with any of them.
I always go by uh, that, well, for me, I'll channel it to myself that I am here to make an impact and not impression because impact lives on even after you are gone, but impression just lasts for a moment.
Wow.
So whatever I want to do, I have to think about it. Is it just an impression or an impact? And that is what I live by.
That's very deep. Could you tell us what you want to impact?
I just want people to be happy. That's my aspiration in life. Just be happy. I don't care if you're poor, you are rich, you're beautiful, you are ugly. Just be happy in your skin. Be happy wherever you are. Be happy. People are going through stuff, but if you be able to put it aside and just be happy, I think that's it. Just be happy. Hmm. So I'll try as much as possible to make people around me happy, and that's what I'm aspiring to do. And that's the kind of impact. So that if one day I'm gone, people can still reminisce and say, oh, if she was here, then they have that smile on their face.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
great
it.
one. That's a great one. That's a great one. That's a great one.
Yeah,
Yeah. And it was great having you for this interview.
it's
Um,
on it.
Due to time difference, I know you had to wake up early for it and all, but be able to do justice to what you wanted to do. and your song was on point. We'll catch you another time for a splendid
Okay.
interview again. This
Thank
has
you.
been the Science Digest Show with Xornam Tagbor, and today we were discussing her life, hospital administration, entrepreneurship, and her personal values, which you heard most of them today. And she's telling us that we should just do it. So let's just do it. Shout outs to Dr. Bidia Kubowan, Akolebu Surgical 4, and then shout outs to also Dr. Audrey Forsen, Dr. Boema, and then also Dr. Jifade. Yeah, this has been the Science Digest Show. Yeah, yam na fiko fiko. So Honam, we sign out always by saying yeah, yam na fiko fiko fiko. So you can do that
Okay.
for us. Science Digest Show. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yam fiko fiko fiko. Aisha, don't be. Thank you for enjoying the show, and we'll
Thank you
come back
so much.
another
Thank you.
time.
Sure.
Sure. See you
Bye.
guys. Bye.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikayalami